So some of the considerations from a government agency perspective to look at are includes things like the how easy it is to use. So ease of adoption is a critical area because a lot of times you deploy these solutions and no one's actually using them. So how easy it is to use is a key criteria. How quickly can you get into a meeting? So this is the whole issue of, do you need to download anything to your desktop before you start engaging the meeting? And we've seen this as being a key barrier if you don't have it. So the fact that we are flash based really helps out. Security and compliance is the other key one, which is a lot of the agencies and a lot of departments have different types of compliance requirements. So the question is, can your solution adapt or conform to those compliance requirements? So the examples vary from a certain type of certifications to, can you have password encrypted meetings? So it's a whole gamut of requirements. And can you actually have managed services in a government agency's data center? So it's a variety of things, but it's a key criteria. Fourth thing we get asked for a lot is if we can work with mixed bandwidth environment. So we have people collaborating in from a ship that's offshore, and where you have intermittent bandwidth or access to bandwidth. So can your solution sustain that type of fluctuation in terms of bandwidth? And so that's a key one, both for access as well as what do you do in terms of streaming? Can you efficiently bundle up your bandwidth so you're not using a lot of it? So I think that's another criteria we're seeing as well. And then last one is, can you have a mixed deployment offering? So if people like the public cloud, can you offer that? Can you have on-premise solutions available, or a managed service solution? I think is the other thing to think about. The choice of whether you should look at a cloud-based solution or not is something that depends on the agency. I think there are probably, especially we're seeing in the state and local areas, that a cloud-based solution actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, the example for us, the most recent example is the Florida law enforcement department, where they, with increasing budget cuts, the problem that they're having is they're having to continue to train their officers, and they looked around to see what possible solution could help them out. They basically looked at a cloud-based Connect solution, and they've saved already $100,000 just over 6 months. And so for someone like them, a cloud-based solution made a lot of sense. A publicly facing cloud made a lot of sense. There are other people like the Department of Defense, where they're deploying these solutions out in the field. So in some cases, it's in the back of a Humvee. So the question is a cloud right solution? Probably not in that case. So you want to make sure whatever you choose, that you can offer the maximum possible deployment benefits. In some cases it's a public cloud, in some cases it's a private cloud. In a lot of cases we're finding it's a hybrid. So you have certain set of customers that can use your public cloud. In some cases you need somebody that can use your private cloud. In some cases you really want to deploy it in the field. So you should look at all those options. And it depends, it varies from agency to agency.